OQP testing. Good evening. I'm calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club's Tuesday night VHF net. My name is Pat, and my call sign is November 8 Oscar Quebec Papa. You all know that. However, for the purposes of this net, which everybody knows, we'll be using the, at least I hope you know, we'll be using a call sign of Whiskey 8, Charlie Romeo Charlie. This is an open and directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. All traffic will go through net control, and since emergency traffic can break in here at any time, we ask that you leave a bit of a pause so that that type of traffic can drift in here. The purpose of this net is to bring on together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information to keep club members up to date and the amateur radio public also up to date about club meetings, happenings, and to enhance the net operating practice. This net meets every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. local time. We will start with announcements and then ask for check-ins from any managers or members with announcements that they'd like to get at the front of or at the beginning of the net, or for just general information for our net. Once that's complete, I'll take regular check-ins, at which time I ask you to give me your call sign, repeat it phonetically, and then give me your name. When all the check-ins are completed, I will close the net after we're rereading the announcements and another last call. And as far as the announcements go, we have a meeting tomorrow night at 7:30 at the Oak Hill Presbyterian Church it's at 2406 Ardwell, ARDWELL. We'll be meeting in the church. At the bottom, there's a meeting room to the left, down 3 stairs, and into the room. Discussions at that meeting will probably be stuff on the fox hunt that's coming up, some of the other activities we got going, as far as the testing and stuff like that. We do have a testing session scheduled. Say that 3 times real fast. Scheduled for November 9th at 10 a.m. It'll be a Saturday. You can sign up. It'll be a Laurel exam, so you can sign up at Laurel, to laurelve.org, I think it is. You can Google that. You can go to our website, which is crarcham.org. We have it on I have a thing on the website that announces the test. You just go in there and fill out the information, and I'll get it as soon as you hit the enter key. I'm trying to think. We do have also a fox hunt coming up this, about 10 days from today, October 12th. We will be having a fox hunt. That's one of the things I want to discuss at the meeting. We've already got the fox ready to roll, and he will be hiding. Hopefully we'll get at least a couple of cars to go with us. We're going to take and go do a fox hunt. And I should say that it's not just club-oriented stuff here. Everything I'm announcing is open to the public. If you're not a member of our club or whatever, we will be taking and doing the hunt. You're more than welcome to join us. Let me break. I believe that's all the announcements. So I'm going to go ahead and continue here. Are there any other announcements from any of the membership managers or anybody that just generally wants to get an announcement in the beginning of our net? Please call now.
N8NH.
N8NH. Good evening, sir. Go ahead.
Hi, good evening, Pat, and everybody on the net. I just wanted to remind everybody Thursday at 5:30, there will be a cruise-in at DX Engineering, a.k.a. Summit Racing. For those that didn't know, maybe hadn't heard, and I didn't know if you had announced it. I just got into the net. I was running late tonight, so with that, we'll turn it back to net control and listen out. November 8th, November Hotel.
Okay, that's this Thursday, right, Mark?
That's a Roger.
Okay, we got that, and I will give it another round at the end of the net. Thank you for that. Anybody else don't have any announcements? Hey, BSA, do you happen to value your radio? Okay, nothing heard. Let's go. All right, we're going to go ahead and start taking general check-ins. If you'd like to check into our net, well, it's actually your net too. Please call W8CRC now.
W8CRC, this is Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG, Nick in Orville, in and out tonight. Thanks.
Okay, Nick, got you. Thank you for the check-in. I thought I heard you earlier. Unless I was hearing something. But anyway, thanks for checking. Have a good evening, and we'll move on here. Anybody else want to check in?
KA8GKG, John in Akron.
KK8GKG, John? I don't have a trivia question. I was going to see if Keith had one handy, but we'll wait. Hopefully we can talk him out of one. I got to start it a little bit late here. KKG, good evening, John. Let's just take one at a time here.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie Yankee, Bob, beautiful Firestone Park.
Okay, KF8, Charlie Yankee, Bob, got you, sir. Anybody else?
Hey. I had a little project to work down in the basement. The old one of the overhead lights quit working, so it's been up there for over 30 years. I took it down, got rid of it, and went to Home Depot and got a real nice new LED light with a motion sensor. When I walk into the laundry room, the light comes on automatically. That's just the way I like it. And then this evening, we went out to dinner with Dick and Susan, K8AMX, and I got to spend time with them for while. It was nice. I haven't talked with them in a while. So otherwise, not much else to report. Just want to come in and say hello. So back to net control from KA to GKG.
Hey, John. Thanks for the check-in. I doubled with you for part of that, but I caught the gist of most everything you said there. We are probably going to do the antenna party Saturday. I called it for today. I just didn't feel like doing it. So, with that, I will hopefully catch you at the meeting tomorrow night. If not, have a good evening. And we'll move on here. Bob, there was KF8CCY. Good evening, sir. What's up?
Not a whole lot, just still trying to work on stuff here around the house, get ready for the winter and get the good old cold season. Haven't been on the radio much, going to try to fix that here shortly and get on in the evenings a little bit more. Other than that, nothing else. Back to the net control.
Okay, Bob, hopefully see you tomorrow night too. We will talk to you then. I take it you're bringing your laptop or whatever. I will give it a shot at it. Yes, it's first. My wife says there's a meeting tomorrow night. It's first Wednesday of the month. Yep. Anyway, let's move things on here. I'm at the bottom of the list, so let's take a few more if we got them. If you'd like to check in, please call.
Delta 8, Bravo, Quebec, Sierra, Steve, Mobile, Cauga Falls.
WD8, Bravo, Quebec, Sierra. Who is that? That must be Steve. Good evening, Steve. How are you, sir?
Oh, we're doing okay, Pat. Yeah, I heard you were a little out of the weather this morning or whatever. I heard something about you guys were going to do something and you weren't feeling too good or something. I hope you're doing better.
Yeah, I was just tired and I just couldn't talk myself into stuff. That's unusual for me, but anymore, when I put my feet on the floor, sometimes it's a little tough to get motivated.
Oh boy, we all have those days. I guess the older you get, the more frequently you have them. Yeah, and I'm telling you one thing, I don't like driving in this time of year, with the sun in the position that it's in. It was really terrible going up Steele's Corners looking directly west, and it was absolutely terrible. You could hardly see the car in front of you for being blinded, and I had sunglasses on and the little baseball cap on, and I still had to block the sun out with my hand.
Yeah, I've been there, done that. I tried to teach one of my past wives how to drive, and the only time I had was after work in the evening when I was on first shift. And I always said when we got out like that, it was always Debbie's turn to drive. That's a long time ago, man. I can relate to that.
Yep, and I also want to say it was pretty good time at the Akron Marathon. Mike and I guess he was a little worried about having to deal with people that were passing out or whatever, but it wasn't too bad. He didn't get anybody. He was just worried about it. And I was at the 24th mile, and it was those guys were I really feel for those guys. I know they like doing that, but the expression on their faces and the way they were cramping up, it was I felt for them, really did. So with that, Pat, I'll turn it back to you, and that's about all I have. WD8BQS Mobile.
Yeah, when we worked that race before, it was as humid, but when that degrees, which was a little cooler than what you guys had. I looked at the temperatures and that as you guys were going. But they used to, I was told by a paramedic once, or a doctor, that when you get cold temperatures like that and that much humidity, you can get a lot of cramping and hyperventilating. So they were telling people, I'd always have to tell tell the spotters, you got to watch out for this stuff. And we come in, it may not seem like you do much, and a lot of times you don't, but it's a good thing. We're very used in that race, and I know one thing, just sitting on the outside of it, anybody that volunteers for that is more than appreciated. Everybody usually does a bang-up job.
No, Pat, it was pretty good. Everybody was quite professional, I thought, on the radio. Everybody was communicating really well and keeping their communication short and to the point, and that's what they wanted, and I think they delivered. So very good. I really enjoyed it. I'll probably do it again next year, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. So we'll talk to you guys later. WD8BQS mobile will be clear.
Hey, Steve. Have a good evening, sir, and hopefully see you tomorrow night. We are having a meeting, even though my wife didn't realize it, but we are having a meeting tomorrow night, so hopefully see you there. Okay, we're going to move things on here a little bit more. That's another check-in. If you'd like to check in into our net, please call W8CRC.
KF8CCY reject.
Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention the Hamfest on the 27th at MAPS. They're going to be raffling off a DX10. I believe it starts at 8.
I believe you're right. Okay, is that all you needed?
Sir, sorry about that. Kilo Foxtrot 8 Charlie Yankee 73.
Here, Bob. Anybody else want to check in, please call W8CRC now. Okay, I hate to, hopefully that, I know this was going to run this short, but sometimes it does. I'm going to go ahead and reread the announcements here. We do have a meeting coming up tomorrow night, 7:30 at the church at 2406 Ardwell, Ardwell. It's by the corner of, or near the corner of 18, or where 18 and 91 come together. It's 2 roads before the circle, or the traffic circle. Topics tomorrow night is probably going to be the upcoming fox hunt and a few other things as far as the training and stuff like that. So if you can see your way there, always have a lot of fellowship also. If you can find your way there, it would be appreciated. Okay. Also, as far as announcements go, we have the Thursday night cruise at DX Engineering. that kind of a show your amateur radio installation in your car off. It will start, I think he said, at 5:30, and I'd kind of like to go to that myself. I may see if I can get myself out of the house and get over there. Should be a lot of fun. Weather's supposed to be nice the rest of the week, so we shall see. All right, we have the fox hunt coming up the October 18th. I said that. We also have a training session or a testing session coming up. That will be November 9th at 10 a.m. If you know anybody that wants to participate or get their license or do upgrades or anything like that, you can get a hold of, you can go to the archam.org website and sign up there. You can also go to the Laurel VEC and sign up there, and I'm going to try to get this posted a couple other places, so just to try to attract some customers or some people. Anyway, that's all the announcements I have, I think. Cruise, I got the maps. Hamfest is coming up this Sunday. Good Lord. Is it this Sunday? No, it's not this Sunday. It's the end of the month. You may want to plan for that. I think that's all the announcements. So let's go ahead and see if there's anybody else out there that wants to check in. If not, we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. If you'd like to check in, last call for this week. If you'd like to check in, please call W8CRC. Okay, and preparing to close this net, I would like to thank everyone who took the time to join us. And check in tonight. Without your participation, there wouldn't be a net. And your participation is appreciated more and more all the time. I'd like to see this net really grow. And we've done a pretty good job since last December. Anyway, this has been November 8th, Oscar Quebec Papa in the net chair, and it's been my pleasure to host this net. At this time, I will go ahead and close the net with, looks like, 7 check-ins, and including myself. So we will go ahead and wrap things up and turn the repeater to normal on amateur radio use. This is Charlie 8, or Whiskey 8, Charlie Romeo Charlie. Closing the net at, looks like 7:20, about 7:25. We'll call it that. See everybody at the meeting and the upcoming events. This is N80QP.
This is W8SEG. Make it +1 for 8, and I'll just be in and out. We were eating dinner, so have a good night, Pat. W8SEG.
Okay, Nick, gotcha. No problem.